I've been asked to do a quick video on how to sharpen these splitter blades. Now this is the way I do it. In another life I was a butcher by trade. That was about 40 years ago, of course. So I learned how to sharpen a knife. And I also discovered that between a sharp blade and a blunt blade there's one stroke on a steel, and that's what I use mostly to sharpen most of my knives with, is a butcher's steel. This is a flat butcher's steel. You can buy these, they're not cheap, but if you are going to get a steel, get a good one and get a fine one. This one here has got two sharpening edges on it. This is fine just here, and on here is a bit rough. Now when my blade gets blunt, I sharpen it, and the key to keeping them sharp is to sharpen them often but little. I very rarely, well, I don't ever use a stone. Sometimes use a buffing wheel, a compound wheel with a very fine grit. To sharpen on the steel, you just place your blade on there like that and just run it down there. Now there's no pressure on that. The only pressure is the weight of the blade. It's there. Now this is flat here, you want to keep that flat. Two strokes there. One stroke there. If you feel that, you'll feel that's fairly sharp. I mean, the ideal would be to have that sharp enough to shave with, but of course you can't always get that. Just tighten that up. Position your blade. They say to position it right in the middle of your roller, but I've found they've positioned it back a little bit from the roller. For me that works better. Here's a piece of lace. Hopefully this will cut. You can see that. I'll zoom in a bit. Go back there. Oh, bit of camera wobble. Bit of zoom in. There we go. You can see that's just shaving off there nicely. A bit more. And that's how you sharpen it with a steel. If it gets to the stage, or if you let it get to the stage where it's too blunt, because quite often you think, oh well, I'll just go a little bit more. What I do then is, I've got a buffing wheel. Hang on, I'll just stop this for a minute. Now I've got these buffing wheels on an ordinary 6-inch grinder. They're 3M compound wheels. This one here is a 3000 grit, and this one here is I think about 120. So that will take metal off. This will polish. Mostly I just use a polish, and all you have to do is just run it down at that angle there like that. Just lightly, you don't press hard. And you can feel that there's a burr. on this underside, and we take that burr off with a steel. Alright, now with the steel, just run that along there. No pressure. Just use the weight of the blade. This blade's fairly heavy. It weighs about half a pound, I suppose. Now you can, the burr's still there a bit. Just do it on the rough edge of the steel. Like I said before, there's a fine line between a sharp blade and a blunt blade, and it's usually one stroke of the steel. That's pretty even both sides now, you can feel that. Just pop that back on. And hopefully it'll be sharp. If it's not, I know it's a lot of mucking around, but don't get frustrated with it. Just take your time. I found rushing things just slows things down. Tighten her up. Yeah. Just a bit too thin, I think. I'll get another piece of lace. There you go. Yep. There you are. Too sharp. Now that'll cut a lot of leather, a lot of lace. It'll. There we go. And we've got it split. Like I said, that will cut a lot of lace before it goes blunt again. And that's all there is to it. Just take your time. Get a nice fine steel. Look, have a look around the garage sales. You might find some old steels that have been well used, but make sure that they're smooth. If you want to buy one of these, buy one of these. They're about, I don't know, 120 bucks, I suppose. So they're not cheap, but they're a good steel, and they're something that will last you a lifetime. That's about it. Hope that's helped. Talk to you later.